Acosta's cleared Quartararo, he's now right behind them. Here comes Bagnaia into the stadium, he's trying to force his way through. There is no gap there into turn 7. Marquez was letting people through there yesterday, he wasn't letting Bagnaia through today.
Still with big interest in this top 6 is Mir on the factory Honda. He's now closing on the rear tyre of Quartararo. In fact, he's trying to think about a move there. 2 ex-MotoGP World Champions, of course. Bezzecchi, this is not unfamiliar territory for him to be leading on the factory Aprilia. What is unfamiliar territory is to have 93 Marc Marquez right on his rear tyre. Plus 0.93 can put you in a rather uncomfortable position in MotoGP.
Just behind that Mir Quartararo battle is Alex Marquez in 7th place. So he has now cleared Raul Fernandez on this first lap and a half, and he's now trying to clear to Mir, but he's crashed in trying to do so. Marquez out.
Alex Marquez, it's been a wretched weekend here in Brno for the Spanish rider. Marc Marquez will be heading into the summer break if he stays on 2 wheels here on the factory Ducati. Over 100 points clear in the World Championship. Joan Mir caught up once again.
Calm, silent.
And after what was their disagreement trackside, Alex Marquez and Joan Mir have finally got back into the paddock.
Well, Marc Marquez is going through. Look, top left of your screens, Marquez has finally made his move into turn 3. Bezzecchi, though, will now be on the outside for 4. Marc Marquez means him in no uncertain terms. Don't you think about coming back through?
Yeah, Marc there just occupying the piece of tarmac that Bez so desperately craved. So we are, halfway around lap 8 of 21, and now Marquez has hit the front. So that little battle here has dragged Pedro Acosta right back in to the victory contention. Turn 3, how many moves has Marc made in this Grand Prix already? Into 3, twice he got through on Bagnaia, and now on this occasion he's got through on Bezzecchi. And now with clear road ahead of him, is it time just to wind up the wick, try and stretch his legs here and see what Bez has got?
Yeah, and see what Acosta's got too in 3rd place. We're already seeing that what Pecco Bagnaia has is not a lot in this Czech Grand Prix at the moment. He's now coming under pressure from Raul Fernandez. They're now backlinking wide on board with Bagnaia on the left-hand side of your screens. That is the fight for 4th and 5th, and Raul Fernandez is closing in on the pole sitter.
Good fight for 7th. That's currently being engaged between Martin and Miller. The pair of them are doing pretty much identical lap times. 55 flats from the Spaniard and the Aussie. So, what has Marco Bezzecchi got in terms of a potential retaliatory move here on Marc Marquez? When Marc Marquez tends to hit the front 20. We're on the last lap. Marc Marquez, well, he's on a mission right now, isn't he? And it's mission winning for fun in the MotoGP World Championship. Costa's got it all on here. Can he hold Bagnaia at bay? It would be a brilliant double podium on his first ever visit to Brno for Acosta. Where can Bagnaia try and find an answer? We know how good he was in the last lap in the final sector. If he's close enough to attack Acosta on the brakes, maybe into 13 or sweep through to 14, you know he's going to have to go.
Does he have the front end confidence, though, to launch one on the inside of Pedro Acosta? We know it's something he's lacked throughout this season. He's around 0.4 of a second behind. That is just not close enough at this stage. With just half a lap remaining, we are now turning it left through turn 8 and up through 9. We have just 5 more corners remaining.
5 more corners standing between Marc Marquez and an historic 5th straight victory on the factory Ducati. It'd be painful for Bagnaia here to potentially miss out on the podium later on. Dishing out more pain is Marc, as he'll take his all-time Ducati successive winning record away. I don't think Bagnaia is going to have enough time here. He charged in hot through 11, that's game over. That is game over. Acosta has done a superb defensive job here. He's going to hang on to what is a very hard-earned 3rd place. But through turn 13 we go. 5 long years since his career was almost ended with a right arm fracture in Jerez in 2020. Fast forward 5 years, and it's 5 wins in a row now in 2025 for Marc Marquez. He creates yet more history, the first Ducati rider to win 5 Grand Prix in a row. Marco Bezzecchi and Pedro Acosta both fighting their fastest laps of the Grand Prix on the last lap. A sensational second by Bezzecchi. Pedro Acosta, for just the 2nd time in MotoGP, does complete a dream double podium.